G'day, we're back for another video. Today we're going to find out if this, well not this specific power supply, but a 550 watt power supply will run a 3080. So today's mission is to upgrade this, well not this in particular, the video cards in the computer, that's the box, and we're going to replace it with the 3080 finally that I recently acquired. So, can you run a 3080 on a 550 watt power supply? Well, let's find out. But to start with, what we're going to do is keep the 1060 in my main computer, which is an 8086K, and we're going to run some power draw tests to see how much at full load, full CPU, full GPU, the 1060 uses, and then we'll compare that to 3080 if it will run at all. So let's get to it. Alright, we're at the desktop now. Got a Pure Ownage sticker. Who remembers Pure Ownage? It was a few years ago now, 15, 16 years ago. Makes me feel old. So anyway, we've got a power meter hooked up. It's currently drawing 40 watts of power. 43 give or take. So let's switch over to the desktop recording and run some tests under full load with the 1060 and the 8086K. Alright, so here we are on the desktop. So as you can see, it is a 8086K. It's currently not overclocked, just running stock clocks. I do think I've got the turbo boosts increased a little bit, just to give it a bit more. It's got 32 gig of RAM, amongst other things, and it's got the 1060 in it, as you'll see shortly. So let's start up hardware monitor to begin with. Actually, let's start it as an admin so that we can see all our temperatures. I'm interested to see what the processor temperature is running at too, because it hasn't been cleaned out for a while, and I spied a little bit of dust in there before when I was hooking up that power meter. Alright, so here we go. What do we got? Temperatures 8086K, 33 degrees. Yeah, it's a brief spike. Alright, we've also got GPU Z to keep an eye on our GPU temperatures. And the good old Firmark. So as you can see, 1060 sensors. Move these out of the way. Alright, let's start testing stress test. So 1080, yada yada. CPU burner. I'm going to use that to stress the CPU. So what do we got? The power meter is currently 73 watts, 70 watts. So let's hit GPU stress test. Okay. Alright. Keep that over here. And start. Let's move these around so we can have a better view. Alright, exciting stuff. So I'm looking around at the numbers already. GPU's at 63. CPU. Yeah, she's at drawing full power, 81 degrees, 82 max. Yeah, it's about what it used to get from memory. Low 80s. It's not very hot in here at the moment. I can hardly hear the fans. Yeah, it's just a very slight whir coming from the case. So yeah, let's we got the GPU. It's at 67 at the moment. Now, mind you, I've had this card for coming up on 5 years, and I've never done the thermal pads. I've added extra cooling to the back of it when I was doing some mining on it, but then I removed that, so now it's just back to its stock cooling. So what have we got in the memory? Let's have a look at the memory. GPU 68, hotspot 77. Not bad considering I've never done thermal pads on it. What are we drawing through the 93 watts? So this card is rated at 150 watts from memory, maybe 160. I don't know, bit of a rusty memory about it. So yeah, she's going alright. So let's have a look at how much power she's drawing. Oh, mind you, I'm also doing video recording too through the NVIDIA app. Alright, let's have a look at how much power we're drawing. So back on the power meter. So as you can see, all this is running. Way it's a bit bright. Everything's running. It's all running hot. And we are drawing 316 watts. 320 watts. So that's like nothing. So I'm kind of convinced that we might be able to get this 3080 to work. Because if this is drawing about 140 odd watts, if we, what's it, about 320 watts. So yeah, we might actually just get by on 550 watts. The only thing I'm worried about is I haven't checked inside the case to see if there's enough power connectors, because this Aurora's card has 3 8-pins. This power supply may only have 2 8-pins, but you know, we'll have a look after. Anyway, we'll finish up this test. Yeah. There's no point, it's not going to go, we're not doing a temperature test over the long term. I just wanted to know what power draw we had, which we've done that. So, alright, let's close it all down. Stop, and we will put the 3080 in and do some more tests. Yeah, so we're just going to give it a quick blowout with a can of air. It's not too bad, I didn't clean out that long ago. Look at that. I mean, that's to be expected though. That's a fan that's filtering. That's it, it's actually not bad. So let's get the dust out. Yeah, there's hardly any dust in there. So let's have a look at those power cables, shall we? Okay, so yeah, as I suspected, I've only got 2 PCI Express connectors. So one's plugged into the card, another one is a spare. So is it going to be an issue? Well, the 3080 is a 320 watt card. So each one of these PCI Express 8 pins can supply 150 watts. So these two together can supply 300 watts. Now the PCI Express slot, you can draw up to 75 watts. So that's 375 watts you can draw maximum as that. And I know that for a fact because from doing mining, you play around with all this stuff. So what I might do, even though this is a little bit dodgy, is use a splitter. So this looks like really dodgy, but it's actually got quite thick wiring, and I actually trust this splitter more than the ones that I bought off eBay. I've run a lot of power through this and it hasn't even started to melt, so I know this one works well. So I'm going to plug my splitter in, and oh, is that even going to fit in here, the new card? We may have to do a case upgrade. Let's go find out. Alright, there we go. Dodgy cable. So, let's get the old 1060 out. Oh, that's going to be a tight fit getting the new card in. Alright. Oh yeah, even the old cards are tight fit. Yeah, I don't like my chances of that new card going in there. So there we go. 1060 Auroras. Back in the days when they always put thermal pads behind the metal backplate. I stuck a few extra heat sinks on there. Alright, let's put that out of the way. Get the 3080 in there. Yep, and as I thought, that ain't fitting in there. Oh wow, I'm gonna have to like, wow, how much room does that take up? It's a lot bigger than I mean, I knew it was huge, but yeah, that's really big. All of that is like in the way. I wonder if I could, nah. I can't even like, there's not even enough room to get it in on that kind of angle. Well, we may have to do a case upgrade. So I'm going to come back to this video another day, I think. Well, the 1060 lives for another day. So, alright, I'm going to sort out this case and continue the video once we've done that.